everybody, my name's Sarah. This is my Flosstube channel called Stitching by Sarah. This is Flosstube number 4. This is a YouTube channel about cross stitch. Thank you for everybody who subscribed, everybody who has given me likes. I really appreciate it. I really like the encouragement you guys are giving me. I have an FFO. I have a start, and you're not going to believe what I found at some of the local resale and antique stores here in Tomball. My featured FFO right there is Black Labrador Standing. That is by Yiota X Stitch, and I finished it in 2016. It is on a 14 count aida with a called for DMC. This was made for my son Ben. We actually have a puppy dog. Well, he's not a puppy, he's a big old boy. We have a dog named Sam that looks a lot like this. And I framed this myself. My FFO is Stitchy Stars. I finally got it FFO'd. This is a blue Buchanan Paddle from Stitch Etc. And then this is the button and the ribbon that I bought last week to go with it. And this is a 28 count Flax linen. The pattern is Stitchy Stars by Itzo Emma. And the floss pack came from Fat Quarter Shop. So that is what that looks like. I love it, it's so pretty. Okay, my new start. This was a retreat exclusive to Silver Needle in 2020. This is called The Sewing Bee Berry by Erica Michaels. And this is my tiny little bee that I've got started. It's on a 32 count Picture This Plus Legacy with the floss that was sent with the retreat kit. They are Weeks Dye Works and a couple of DMC. I started that last night because I wanted to do something different. I have 3 whips. I was working very hard this week trying to get 2 of them done because I'm so close to a finish, but last night I really felt like I wanted to start something new, so that's why I started the Sewing Berry. I think it's going to be pretty quick once I actually do it. First one, you're probably tired of seeing it. This is Flower Sampler Baby Announcement by Pinecone Mcgee. This is where it was last time you saw it. And this is where I'm at now. I worked hard at getting Dawn's name in. And I just have several of these like dandelion wispy type things to go throughout the pattern. And I need to do the back stitching on a couple of these flowers over here. And then I'm all done with this one so I can start the next one. So that's what that looks like. I'm so close. Hopefully I'll get that one done this week and I'll get the other one started this week. Okay, next one. My next whip is also so very close to a finish. I was working hard trying to get this done this past week too, but I got tired of doing all the stitching, so the new start. This is I Need Thee Every Hour. This is what it's going to look like. This is a Leisure's Art. America's Best Loved Hymns. It's that book. Is where I get it from. Here's a picture of what it looked like last time. And this is what it looks like now. I worked really hard at getting all the purple back stitching on the flowers done this past week on this side, this half. And I also back stitched that flower. I added in the name of the song there, and then I worked on all the lyric there. I just have 2 lines down here to do, and then I'm all done. So that's where that's at right now. And I'm hoping to get that one done also this week. Okay. My last whip is My Big Toe, the name of Jesus. This is where it was last time you saw it. And this is where I've gotten to now. I worked on this side column over here from about here down, I believe. And this is a 28 count, I believe, that I hand dyed myself. And I changed the floss to Grape Fizz, I believe is what I picked out. Yep, Gentle Arts Grape Fizz. Originally they were charted to be in brown, but I made all the names purple. Okay, that's all the whips I have today. Next is my haul. My husband and I went to resale shops and antique shops down in Tomball this past weekend, and you're not going to believe what I got. I'm going to start with the good stuff. First is Pete, the little aviator. Look at how big he is. And he's triple matted. Look at that. And it looks like it was done in 1996. And that is actually, I just realized that was the year that my son was born. Huh. My son's name, however, is not Pete. But I love him. He is so cute. The stitching is wonderful. And it was professionally framed. It says Gale's Framing in Tomball, which is no longer here. My husband and I looked that up. The next one is Friendship Warms the Heart. Sorry guys for the reflections. Friendship Warms the Heart. Isn't that so pretty? I just love that. And this says Caroline 91. So this is another old one. And I don't know if that's professionally, I don't think it's professionally framed. But they did a nice job. Oops, put him over here. And the next one, this is the very first one I found. This was at an antique store. It's by KAT in 88. Look at those birdies, aren't they just so cute? It's a simple little metal frame. It doesn't look like it was professionally framed, but those birdies are so cute. And then look at what I found. I found not one, but two Judith Kirby's. These look like they're both on Aida. Ooh, look at, here's this one first of all. And this was also professionally framed. It says by Aaron Brothers. But I don't see a year on it. And here is the other one. Aren't they pretty? So I really hit the jackpot when I found those. And then in one of the resale shops, there was a whole bunch of cross stitching supplies. So I found this little Santa Christmas decoration. It was a kit. Looks like it could be a Christmas card. Yeah, it says send a card stitched with love. But I'll probably make it into a Christmas decoration. And then I found some, it says 16 count, like a pinky fabric. And then I found another Christmas ornament, Holy Night, with the little kit that comes with it. And another cute little patterned kit. I don't know if I'll do this or if I'll save that for if my daughter, or if ever I get any grandchildren, they decide they want to stitch. Maybe I'll teach them how they stitch using that. And then I found Scriptures of Thanksgiving. This is a leisure arts book. And just cross stitch from 1995. I like that hummingbird. That's why I got that one. And there's still stuff that I left there. I didn't grab it all. So if you're in the area, go down to Team in Tomball. In the back corner, you'll find some in the craft areas. This is bookmarks from the Psalms. And this is, oh, I think I accidentally got two of these. Huh. Spring Along the Roadside. And Winter in the Forest. Summer on the Farm. And then For the Love of Cross Stitch from 19... Oh, I don't know, it doesn't say. And a November just cross stitch. Okay, so that's just from resale shops. And I think we spent, between everything that I bought, I think it was only like 150 bucks for everything. The patterns, or the framed pieces were like 20 to 30 pieces, $20 to $30 each. And then all that cross stitch stuff, they were $1 or $2 a book. My friend Beth ordered both of us the Philanthropic Pumpkin by Hands On Designs. So she finally was able to get this to me. And I pick on her because I tell her that because I stitch faster than her. I was mean. I told her that when she gets it half done to let me know so I can start, so we can finish together. I love you, Beth. And then I went to my new favorite cross stitch store. It's called Samplers and Stitching up in Montgomery. So that's their card in case you're in the area. And I spent lots of money up there. Caroline loves See Me Come. I bought a bunch of charts. First one is a biscornu called Fabulous Fall. I have not done a biscornu yet, so I got this to try. And I got My House, My Home by Little House Needleworks. And I just love Redbird designs. And I got another one that says The Best Friends Are Texas Friends. And I got Redbird Spring Pin Keep. And this is actually got the fabric and the little bead that goes on it. That's the fabric. Oh, looks like it originally came from 3 Stitches, but it ended up at Caroline's shop. Next one is Spring Violets. Violets are my favorite flowers. This is by Country Cottage Needlework. And then this is Lizzie Kate Homework. I love Only Dull Women Have Immaculate Homes. That is my saying, absolutely. My home is far from immaculate. But I love that. That's going to be something I'm going to stitch soon. And next is the Cuddy Sark by Heritage Classics. I don't know when I'll ever stitch this, but my husband is really into ships. And I saw that and thought I'd get that one. The next one is Tiny Modernist Sewing Room Bell Pull. That is so cute. And if you don't know, I'm a car girl. I like cars from the 60s and early 70s. And this is a 1965 Mustang. So I'm going to stitch that up sometime. I got Prairie Schooler, the Needle's Eye. And I think I picked it up for that one. It says the needle's eye is wide enough for 2 friends. So that's the one I picked up, or the one I picked it up for. But there's a couple of cute things there. And then there is the Serenity Prayer. This is a Jeremiah Junction. And I found some more Paula Vaughn, which I had not gotten. So this is Forgotten Basket. And at Samplers and Stitching, the price that you see on the flyer, even if it's from like the 80s and it says $250, that is the price that she's going to charge you. She doesn't put an upcharge on all these old patterns that she has. That's another reason why I love that store. Because there's a lot of old patterns, as you can see, that I love. This is Cherished Dreams by Paula Vaughn. Midsummer Rose by Paula Vaughn. Because of Spring. I don't even think I've seen this one before. I love that water jug. And then I'm also a pansy fan. I love pansies. Tender Blooms. This is a Leisure Art. And hold a minute, let me just verify. Ha! I was right. I did buy it twice this week. So this one I bought from Samplers and Stitching. And as I was looking at it in the store, I was thinking, man, I think I have that. And I looked through my X-Stitch app, and it wasn't in there. So I thought, okay. But apparently I did see it, because look, I've got 2 of them this week. Okay. And then here is Victorian Embroiderer by Serendipity Designs. Isn't that dress pretty? Okay. Oh wait, there's more. From Fat Quarter Shop, I got sticky board, more sticky board, plus the 10 by 12 or whatever, the really huge piece, so that I could do my FFO on my Stitchy Stars. And I bought 2 more of their Store and Floss. I've got to be a good girl for a couple of weeks. I spent a lot of money this week. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to do is my, I think last week I called it my Stitchy brag book. If you're not interested, I don't blame you. You can head on out. If you want to see what I finally ended up doing, hang on and I'll show you what I did. So I have been using both the X-Stitch app and the cross stitch journal from Fat Quarter Shop. I like this, but it doesn't have a place for me to put pictures. And the X-Stitch app, you can put pictures, but there is no real way to organize them however I desire. So last week I showed you this book here, and I thought it's pretty bulky. As you can see, it's pretty bulky. I'm not fond of my writing. I mean, it's okay, but I'd rather it be pretty. So this past week I was trying to figure out what I can do. First I thought, well, maybe I'll go on Word and do a Word document that I can print out and then stick the pictures to. And then I thought, well, that's going to be bulky if I put the pictures on them. And then I thought, well, maybe I make a document and fill out the information and put the pictures on the document and then print them out that way and have it printed out by like Office Depot or something. And my husband had gotten me my early Christmas present. He had got me an iPad. So I was on YouTube trying to see what all I can do with my fancy new iPad that he had gotten me, and went down several rabbit holes. One of the rabbit holes was digital planner, and so I figured out all the digital planner stuff, and that led me down to another rabbit hole, which was notebooks that you can do on one of the apps. So that got me thinking, well, why don't I do just a digital Stitchy book? So I'm going to turn on my record on my iPad, and so you can see what I have created. Okay, this is my Stitchy journal. As you can see, let's see, let me turn on my pointer here. I did change my name to my my stitching journal, and I'm still trying to figure out adding images and all that stuff to here. I tried to make this a clear background so it blended with the background here, but I have to figure that out yet. So this is the front cover. The next page goes to the index. So each of these, they have a hyperlink, all of them, every single one of them. They have a hyperlink that when you touch it, it'll take you to that specific page. So let me go back. And I have, and I have them, the beginning here, these are all listed by the date they were done. With a couple of these, my UFOs or whips that aren't done, I just guesstimated as to where I started them. I think it's with French's jar that I actually started to document when I started things. So this is, I don't know if you guys have seen my French's mustard jar. My husband wanted me to make this. He found a picture and he wanted me to make it, so I converted it using the website pick2pat.com, and it created the pattern. Well, anyways, squirrel, sorry. So I click on something. Let's see, we'll go to this from this day forward because you guys saw this last time. And each of the pages with the actual cross stitch. I put the designer's name, start date if I know it, their finish date, what fabric I used, stitch count if I know it, stitch size if I know it, the floss if I used anything special. I may actually just get rid of the floss and then move notes up here, and then if I do something different with the floss, I'll put that in the notes. But that'll be maybe for if next time I make one. So you saw this last week. This is From This Day Forward by Paula Vaughn. This is the one where I had ran out of room on this side, so I cut the pattern off here, and I framed it myself. It was a wedding present for my friend Jennifer and her husband-to-be. On each of these pages down in this area, I have a hyperlink, so if I touch it, it'll take me back to the index where that specific cross stitch is located. And I've made it big enough so that so with stitchy stars, with any of them, oh come on, I can put more than one picture. So, well, come on, pen. So I have my finished piece and my FFO piece. If I decide that I want to put a picture of the pattern, I could also add that. Let's see, I think that's it. So that's my little stitchy book. Let me take you from the beginning. So that is the front page. Next page I have 3 pages of index, so it goes up to 120 patterns that I've created, and then as I scroll I can go through from page to page and see what I've done throughout my life, or at least the ones that I have pictures and can remember. So that's my stitchy journal. If you're still here, thank you so very much for sticking by. And until I see you next time, I'll see you. Bye.